They're gone.
Oh, no! Get away from me! Get out of here while you can!
So for those of you confused on what happened there, this is like, think of this as like a cowboy game. They're like, it's in the old times, and random stuff can happen all the time. So I'm on the way to do like a little mission or something. I don't know what it is, but it just appeared on the map. And sometimes little strange occurrences like that can happen. And if you look at that bar at the bottom of your screen, this bar basically says what sort of honor you have, because we're sort of like an outlaw. In the old times, you know, we're like cowboys, gunslingers, and all that existed. So depending of your actions inside of the game, it'll depend if like how people see you and how the ending of the game is gonna come out. So like a lot of times, like for example, there's this nun you can meet in the game. If you continue being a bad person, she's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna pray for you, but you haven't been good, you're not a good person at all, blah blah. But if all of the game you've been doing good stuff, even though, yeah, you rob and you kill and all that, even, like, if you've been, like, relatively, like, a good person, you've been doing good stuff, when you meet this nun, instead of saying those bad things, she'll be like, you know, deep down inside you, there's a good man. And all you can do now for what's left of your life is to continue living as a good man and do good things. And that speech is very important to our character because he has tuberculosis. He got sick from like beating up a man because they owed him money or some stuff like that. Because they have this group of people. He has this group of people that he rolls with. And one of those people is a moneylender. And our character was sent to go collect this money for the group. And when he collected this money, he beat a man. And that man was sick, and that man, when he was getting beat, some of his blood fell into our character's face and mouth. And essentially, what happened is our character got sick with tuberculosis. And since he's sick with tuberculosis, and this is the old times, there's not much he can do. There's no cure, there's no nothing. He's just gonna have to, deal with it however way he can. That's why this question of honor comes into play. And sometimes when our character falls unconscious because he's so sick, depending on how you've been acting as a person throughout the game, you'll either see a wolf, which is bad, or you'll see a deer. And when you see this deer, it's going to be like in like really peaceful light. Your character's going to be really peaceful. And that's if you've done good stuff. There's a lot of different good stuff you can do. Like you can help old people, like homeless. You can give food to the sick.
Yes?
You can choose not to like when you help people, they'll be like, "Oh, here, take this money." You can choose to like not
Mr. Kilgore, or what was it?
not to accept the money, and you can be like, "No, keep that money.
Welcome
You
to
need it." Blah blah blah.
Democracy.
And in the start of the game, your character is going to be sort of indifferent to these acts.
Monsieur Lemieux?
But as the game continues going on, you can see he feels remorseful for like all of the acts he does and the things that he does.
Oh, really? Okay.
Our character's name is Arthur. You can see in his eyes that he's kind of like sick.
No.
But yeah.
I'm sorry.
His name is Arthur.
Don't worry about it. But you are not a very popular man. There's all kinds of nasty people want to speak to you, Mr. Tacitus.
I know.
They won't hear anything about you from me. But...
Yeah, there's always a but.
Of course, I'm a politician.
Who needs killing?
Nobody. We're not savages, merely Frenchmen. Don't be ridiculous. Killing? Oh, dear. Terrifying, yes.
I suppose I can do that almost as well as kill.
I'm sure you can. Now, it's all very ethical. You see, I've been trying to open a major museum, a place of culture to elevate people's souls. And what do museums need? Art. And how do you buy art?
I don't know.
I buy art of some nasty little man from Paris selling me some destitute aristocrat's collection of old masters that it turns out he may have been painting himself.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed. But these are good paintings. I can't make the difference, and I'm French. Only this even nastier little man, that they're all fake.
So?
So perhaps he can be persuaded to revise his opinion.
Oh, he's been so beastly.
Exactly. Now, Jean-Marc, perhaps you can take Mr. Arthur, Mr. Tacitus, to meet little Professor Shitface and have a word with him. Saint-Denis welcomes you like a son, sir. Bonne chance.
To catch you up to speed on what's been happening in most of the game, throughout the game, you and your band of people have been being persecuted by what they call the Pinkertons, which hoy en día would be the police. And they came from a heist job that they did, or a robbery, a very big robbery that went wrong. A bunch of police pulled up. And so basically they've been going from place to place, trying to find a good robbery to do that'll give them enough money to go out to like Tahiti or someplace out west or some shit like that. And like they continue having like really bad luck. They keep on losing members. They keep on dying, blah, blah, blah. And throughout all of this, our character, Arthur, he has been like the right-hand man of like the leader of the group. Pero there was this guy that, say, I'm a Micah, which has always been suspicious and always is like an asshole and all this. And as the game progresses on, Arthur keeps on noticing, like, hold up, the leader, he's starting to make a lot of mistakes. He's not, like, thinking of our people. He's just thinking of revenge. He's just thinking of, like, all this other stuff. Oh, my God, lady, I didn't mean to do that. But, our character is just like, hey, maybe we should stop doing all this. And the leader is, he's being so concentrated on his, like, the own things that he wants, that he's not taking care of the people in the group. And there's a divide in the group. There's some people who still think the leader is right, and there's some people that think Arthur is right.
Good day.
But this is a very subtle divide and tension that's happening between the group. Because it's not like Arthur's just like, hey, everybody, you should be on my side or nothing like that. Or anything like that. No. It's very, like when you know something is happening and you don't have to say any words for it.
Professor? Excuse me.
Oh, hello.
The mayor asked me to get a preview of your findings in there.
The mayor knows very well what I found. Every painting was a brazen fraud.
That's a big claim. One that's gonna upset a lot of people, myself included.
I'm afraid that's just hard cheese. Now I've got a train to catch back to New Haven.
Hold on. I see it's gonna take a fist in your face to persuade you.
Oh, wait.
I gotta punch you to change your mind.
I couldn't. My reputation.
You gonna think of your reputation when your brain is jelly?
I'd never be published again. I relent.
See, Professor? An academic reputation is really far less important than a broken nose.
Yes, sir. I see that now.
The thing is, now, people are gonna look at those paintings and love them. So, you're helping people, really. You know I'm right, Professor. Please, not get me upset with you again.
No, sir. You're right. You're
The
very,
voice acting
very
is
right.
really
So
good
you're
in
gonna
this game.
send the mayor what he needs. Because otherwise, I'll be in New Haven.
No. We don't want that.
Of course we
I'll
don't.
write my paper this evening, sir.
Very good, Professor. Very good. For Christ's sake.
Good morning to you.
So, turns out, all those paintings were real after all. Problem solved.
Wonderful, wonderful. The mayor shall be so pleased.
Sure.
Was Professor Shiftaker happy to change his mind?
He wasn't initially, but he came around in the end.
Oh, my lord. This is not right.
Trust me, I've done much worse.
I shall burn in hell for this.
Here's hoping.
Here. The mayor asked me to give you this.
Oh, thank you.
So Arthur's like a very complex character, I'd say, because he's not bad, but he's not a good man either. He's done a lot of bad in his life. You could argue, well, depending on your playthrough of the game, he can either be like an absolutely horrible man and he won't regret what he's done. But if you play what I think is like the better story, then he's playing as a good guy in quotation marks, because you still rob, you still kill police and stuff like that. But if you play as a good character, it makes his character even more complex, because he regrets a lot of the stuff he's done and he wishes he could have lived a different life. Calm down, lady. Don't look at me. I wasn't whistling at you. I was whistling for my horse. The leader of the group is called Dutch, so he's probably gonna pop up in this mission I'm about to do here. But yeah. Just so you guys could identify him. But it's a very, very good game. There's a lot of detail put into this game. You can play dominoes in the game. You can go to a bar, drink, get drunk. You can have a bath at a hotel, sleep there. You can go to bars and eat meals and stuff like that.
Out of the damn way.
Hey, why are you doing this?
A lot of different stuff. You can get your hair cut. You can go get a suit tailored. You can customize your weapons.
Don't you worry about me.
There you are. Here I am. Come on, let's go. Let's go where? And why are you so riled up?
Today is a great day, Arthur. Today is the day they are going to hang Colm O'Driscoll.
That's so.
Rather they hang him or I shoot him.
Oh, they are gonna hang him.
Yeah. And not before time.
That boy's been on the gallows more than most. I wouldn't count anything until his neck's broke.
Well, nor would I. Which is why, despite us being wanted men, we're gonna attend the event ourselves.
And follow him onto the scaffold?
Well,
And
so
you can do a
if I could
lot
see
of
that son of a bitch breathe his
see
last,
how
I
he's
think
stuck
I'd
in
die a
revenge?
happy man. We are gonna disguise ourselves
In this?
in this.
But yeah, you can even go fishing. You can go hunting. You can do a bunch of different stuff.
Come on.
There's a lot of little stuff you can do, and a lot of little
Well, don't we just look the part?
Cut
random
through the
events
alley
that you
to
can
get to the
participate in.
gallows. We keep our weapons holstered, our disguises on, and our wits about us.
Mrs. Adler, might I say, being a fancy woman of Saint Denis shoots you.
Mrs. Adler, the lady in front of us, she's like a woman gunslinger. She joined our group after we found her because her husband had been killed by a rival group. And she's one of the few people who's on Arthur's side.
As I remember, Mr. Morgan, my husband weren't so lucky.
You lost your husband. I lost my darling Annabelle. That poor boy Kieran. We've all lost something because of Combe. And that is why we will shepherd him to eternity.
Amen to that.
Now keep those fingers off those triggers, because we'll need cool heads and calm dispositions to see this done.
Practice what you preach, brother.
Whatever do you mean?
Are you gonna keep
You can
your
also
cool?
play it in
Really?
first
You
person
seem
or
to
third
lose
person.
it all so often now.
See how they're gonna argue
This
here?
doubting and questioning of yours? I miss the old Arthur.
Don't we all?
You two quit it. Y'all got a job to do, and we're all in rough agreement about how we're doing it. As far as I can tell.
Exactly.
We'll get it done, all right.
All right then. Come on. We got a hanging to witness.
Look here, don't the public love an execution? Hey. All right, good. Now, you see that pair of assholes?
Sure.
They're Combs boys.
Yes, I think so.
What a surprise. I'm glad we're here. What are they pointing at?
I don't know. We gotta follow them and find out.
Yeah. Oh, here comes somebody. Stay here.
Don't do nothing.
Go brush that horse, officer.
Yes, sir.
The crowd came to see a show. We don't want to disappoint them.
I guess they did miss their chance to see John swing by his neck.
Hey. You know I wasn't going to let it come to that.
I guess I don't know what I know no more.
And I guess this isn't the time to question either my decisions or yours. Here and now, Colm O'Driscoll's going to get his due. He's cutting in there.
See, at the start of this game, these two characters, they were super close. Arthur and Dutch, they were super close. Arthur was like Dutch's right-hand man.
Quiet.
And Dutch, a leader, he would like care so much for his whole team, and he would do anything for them. But as the game has progressed further and further, it's like, unless they have absolute 100% loyalty, even when it's wrong, and even when the leader is doing dumb stuff, the leader starts caring for those people less and less that don't show him 1,000% loyalty.
So, they got a guy up on the roof, overlooking the gallows. Find a way up there, onto one of these verandas, through a building maybe, and get him.
And like John, the guy that they mentioned in the conversation hace un poquito, he got caught and he was gonna get hanged by the police, and our character behind the leader's back because because the leader was like, he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing anything, and our character was like, I'm not gonna let John die. So he went and broke him out of prison and rescued him. And when John pulled up to the camp, because Arthur rescued him, the leader was mad. He was like, what is he doing here? And Arthur was like, oh, I rescued him because they were gonna hang him. And the leader was like, you went behind my back and did something without my approval? I was gonna go get him later. And our character was like, no, they were gonna hang him now. So I had to go save him.
What's this then? Gun.
And so Arthur and the leader have been arguing a lot. Because Arthur has been like, he's actually been caring for our characters and for the people in the group. But Dutch, the leader, hasn't.
Your boss is gonna swing. I promise. You ain't much of...
Come here. Let me slice something off you.
Well, cool. There goes your escape plan.
So as you can see, like, when they were conversating there, you could see that they were, like, arguing a lot. And it's because of that. So during the whole game, they started off as, like, the leader looking at Arthur, our character, like a son. And as the game, as the game has progressed, the leader has been more distant and caring less about the group and caring less about our character.
Across 5 states, seemingly with impunity. Today, justice catches up with him.
As well you may. I've been a bad man.
Silence!
These charges...
This is not a court where you shall be tried. This is a place where your sentence is to be carried out. And your sentence, Colm O'Driscoll, is that you are to be hanged by the neck until you are dead. This is not a task we take lightly. It is not a task we enjoy. But it is a task we must.
So the guy who's getting hanged is like our rival, like the rival gang, and he thought he was gonna get saved by his guys, but we stopped him. So he's actually gonna hang now.
Colm O'Driscoll, may God, in His infinite wisdom, have mercy upon your soul. Whenever you are ready.
Don't feel bad for him. He's a horrible guy.
Now you know how it feels to watch somebody you love die. You ruined my life!
The reason why she's going crazy there is because those guys and the guy who just got hanged, they killed her husband.
How you get on, Arthur?
Well, we saw the bastard hang okay, but... whole thing ain't gonna save us.
I guess that's one less thing to worry about.
I guess compared to the entire government, in the end, Colm O'Driscoll didn't seem like such a worry.
A letter came for you.
Oh, okay.
I know it's from that Mary.
Mary?
She ain't worth it, Arthur.
Who is?
Mary is like the one person in Arthur's life that he was like really
And
really
dear
in love
Arthur,
with.
You never
And
showed up. And now, after looking at the newspapers, I understand why. I don't imagine you'll receive this letter, but I, nonetheless, must send it. Arthur. Oh, Arthur. I was just starting to dream the silliest and softest of dreams. I miss you, and I will always miss you. But I cannot live like that. And it seems you cannot live any other way. When I'm with you, the world makes sense, but when we are apart, I see clearly that your world is not a world from which one can escape. I'm so sorry for everything long ago, and for starting up that business again. There's a good man within you, Arthur, but he is wrestling with a giant. And the giant wins time and again. You've broken my heart again, and I fear I have broken yours. And for that, I will never forgive myself, but you must let me go now. I enclose a ring you gave me many years ago, when we were both young. Not because I don't like it, but because I care for it far too much, and it reminds me too much of you. I hope one day you will find some people in love who can use this, for it kept me thinking of you all these years, and I hope by returning it to you, I can finally be free. Goodbye, Mary.
That is a very sad thing, because Mary is like the one person that he was like, that he was gonna, like, he wanted to marry, he wanted to be with, but because of the lifestyle that he lives, he just couldn't be with her. And because obviamente he lives a life of like robbing, a life of on the run, etc. And he wishes a lot that he would have dropped this life and gone with her, but he feels like it's too late. He feels like he can't just go with it. That's why she was like, this giant wins time and time again. See, this is right here. This is talking about the man that he killed. The man that he killed that gave him tuberculosis when he was like getting the money from this man. That they had that man had a wife and a child, and well, not a child, but a teenage son. And right here in this letter, it talks about that kid, because this happens at the start of the game, and we find the kid of the man that we killed that got us sick many chapters later, and we see how our actions affected their life, because we killed the dad, they lost their house, they had to move somewhere else, the kid had to work in the mines, I mean, the teenage son. The son had to work in the mines. The mom had to prostitute herself just to have some money to eat and to keep themselves afloat. And right here, you'll see how Arthur feels all about this. He feels very conflicted and he feels bad about it. It says there, saw that Downs kid being beaten up, so helped him. Maybe I shouldn't have killed his poor father if I cared so goddamn much. What a conflicted fool I've become. Or have always been. Then I tried to rescue his mother, who was in the process of getting herself murdered. Maybe she wanted that. I don't know. She looked at me like I am what I am. A killer seeking out salvation. Only I'm not. I don't want saving. I don't deserve it. I just want to help a few folk. And sure as shit owe her. Felt like a fraud and a fool, but at least I did something. And like right here you can see like Arthur writes down a lot of the stuff that he goes through and a lot of his feelings and his thoughts in this little journal. Hashtag men love to journal. And like right here, I encountered out in the wild a veteran who his horse ran off with his prosthetic leg. And he wrote it here. Met a one-legged man, war veteran, interesting fella. Said to come by his cabin on the other side of O'Crail's Run. Maybe I will. See, right here at the start of the game, the character that I told you that's in the group that makes us go on these missions where we go beat up people to collect money that we gave them. Well, not we, but Strauss gave them money. He lended them money, and we are the ones that get sent to collect it. Right here, we went at the start of the game. Our character doesn't really mind doing this much, but as the game goes on and he like builds up more regret and does more good stuff, our character just doesn't like doing that anymore, and he writes it down here. Like, this was the last time that we did it, and when we went to do it, instead of collecting the money from the people, we told them, hey, forget it, you don't have this debt no more. Take this money, go try and survive. And when we came back to the camp, we kicked out Strauss, which was the guy who's lending out money and making us do this stuff. Which technically we got sick because we went to go collect money for Strauss. And he writes down here, I mean, the last time that we went and did this, we came back to camp and we kicked Strauss out. And we'll see it right here. Arthur writes down, for some insane reason, I went out gathering debts for Strauss. Whole business revolted me. Bunch of sad, desperate bastards. And me, their worst nightmare. I'd had enough of the whole business, so I ran Strauss out of the camp. Whole business of loaning revolted me. Turns out it's going to kill me too. So I guess that's about right. Probably did Strauss a favor running him out of the camp. But either way, I could not bear to see his beady little eyes no more. Dutch in his infinite wisdom decided to shoot Leviticus Cornwall. Now I'm not saying Cornwall did not need shooting, but I don't think it was quite our place to act as judge and executioner. Micah and Dutch seem to be planning something. Seems like what they both want, most of all, is all of us dead. Saw Eagle Flies, the chief's son again. Dutch was captivated by him, turning on all his charm and confidence, and seen him like a dangerous snake. What is wrong with him? Eagle Flies is desperate and angry. The local regiment are tormenting him and goading him into a fight. Now Dutch is in his ear. This will be a disaster. Poor old Karen is taken to the drink. Something awful. this right here, this little section, it talks about when Arthur went and saved John from getting hanged, and how Micah, the little rat and suspicious guy, has been getting more and more into the leader's ear. Mrs. Adler and me, and then got attacked by Dutch. I went behind his back, sure, and he never likes that. But I suppose the years of blind loyalty is at an end. Loyal, yes, but not blind. Not until he opens his eyes as to the hell we are in, and who his friends really are. Micah, I no longer trust whatsoever, nor do I trust half of them, nor myself. Whole thing is a mess, and I cannot think clearly. Sadie Adler and I rescued Marson from prison, where he was waiting to hanging. Spied on them in a balloon, an event which was amazing and awful, and I thought would kill me quicker than this illness. Later, Sadie and I rescued him while getting shot at. I did it for Abigail, of course. In her own way, the finest woman I know. I kind of like him. We've argued over the years, but I've grown to care a little for him. He's less of a fool than he was, and maybe he can have the luck that has eluded me. Jack is an innocent little boy. In him, I see what I missed.
It's over. Perhaps not, Mr. Pearson.
What a mess we made of everything. What a sad mess. Still, I got a friend right here. Mm-hmm. And I got... Arthur, don't forget, I'm more than happy to craft you something if you bring me the right materials.
I reckon I'm gonna think about it.
Getting real low on meat here. Very good, we were getting low. Just in time, Mr. Morgan. Many thanks, Mr. Morgan.
This is my trusty horse here. She's called Almo. I've been with her since the start of the game.
Susan?
Someone smashed the box.
What box?
The money box. We'd had that for so many years.
Why did they smash it?
Well, I don't know. Look at this place. All divided. Everyone anxious and at each other's throats. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
Whatever.
I absolutely despise Micah as a character. He's a rat, a little snake, and he's always an asshole to our character. I reckon I'm gonna finish this mission, and then I'm gonna stop this broadcast. I need to get ready for bed. I have work tomorrow. Gonna finish this mission first, of course. Oh my god, I just ran over a turkey. Fuck it. Fuck that bird.
Nice and easy. Easy, girl.
Get away from me now! Fuera! ¡Esos lobos!
Now, come on.
¡Están por todas partes!
See, I could have just went past him and left him here, but again, Arthur's a good guy. We saved this dude.
Thank God for you, mister. Te debo la vida.
Good luck with it.
Sometimes people offer him money or offer him stuff. Sometimes you get the choice to accept or refuse. Most of the time, I refuse. Because, like, it's a person in need or a person who's just almost lost their life. And I get they're, like, thankful and they want to show something for it, but I usually refuse them so they can use that instead. And it gives us pretty good honor. Like, if you look at the bottom of the screen and you look at that little bar, that bar, when to the right, to the white is good. To the left, towards the red, is bad. So, if you have it towards the white, and the more it is towards the right, that little symbol of your character, that shows your honor, how good of a person you've been. So, if you do a lot of bad stuff, your honor will start going down, and it'll go towards the left, and it'll be in the red. But if you do a lot of good stuff, and you're a good person, it'll start going towards the right. So during the game, I've done a lot of good stuff, and every time I can help somebody, I try and help them. So my honor is all the way to the right, as you can see. Sometimes, you just have to shoot a bitch. Like, some dude will pull up on me with a gun. I just gotta shoot him. I don't care if it gives me good honor or bad honor. I'm defending myself. Ugh, I hate having multiple guns on my horse, because on some missions, like it'll probably do for this one, it automatically equips all the weapons on your back, and it makes my character look ugly, because, you know, I have a certain aesthetic to my character.
Easy. You're okay, girl.
This game is beautiful, by the way. Like, look at that scenery.
Easy.
Oh.
Yep.
See how I put the weapons on my back? Get out of here. I didn't even equip them and it put them all on my back. I'll take maybe one. I'll take a carbine repeater. Because it doesn't affect my whole outfit that much. It doesn't make me look weird.
So good of you to join us.
What's going on?
Rebellion. The smell of cordite and integrity. It is a beautiful thing.
What are y'all doing?
An eye for an eye. We didn't start this, Arthur. They did.
We? This ain't our fight.
It surely is.
Whatever it is you're planning, it ain't a good idea. They want you to fight.
Nobody will be killed.
We're just gonna trap a few of them in the valley, disarm them, tar and feather them, and remind them to leave these boys alone.
You have energy for pranks?
Come on, Arthur. Just tweaking Uncle Sam's nose a little. I need you to help me.
So our leader is taking advantage of these native people. Because the native people, obviamente, you know, like in real life, the army and the government have always been like taking advantage of and like abusing them and taking their land and stuff. And in this game, it's like when it happened, lo tiempo de antes, like how it actually happened. And our leader is using the son of the chief of the native people. And like, he's like throwing flames to the fire. Like, yeah, you should fight against the army. You should like go against them, blah, blah, blah. Because our leader wants the government to focus on the native people fighting with the army instead of on us. And it's like really sad because like he's taking advantage of the native people. That's why Arthur is like, hey, we don't have time to be pulling pranks. We shouldn't be making them fight with the army. You know this isn't going to end good. That's why Arthur in the conversation right here in the scene, he was like, you have energy for pranks? This isn't our fight.
Dynamite, you run the wire.
We'll keep lookout from up here.
So, you finally got to see Colm hang.
Yeah. After all those years. Hard to believe. Oh, but it was worth the wait. See? We're tying up the loose ends, Arthur. One by one.
I think that should do it. Come on now, quick. Get back up here.
Okay, let's go, Arthur.
In the distance.
The detonator's by me. Here. My spotter will let us know when they're near. They're coming now. God damn. Patrol's a lot larger than we thought it was gonna be.
Don't worry. That's a good thing.
Okay, that's the signal. Here they come. Stay low and quiet.
So the native people are being manipulated by our leader.
World from your shoulders for a minute.